Content over everything.
Power benefit. So the minute everyone started talking about it, I said, yes, okay, now's the time. Boom.
But that's still one. That's still.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's the awareness. It's all we can do. Raise the awareness, my brother.
Hey, what, is you recording?
Nah, pro record, man. Respect.
What type of recording is this, man?
Huh?
What type of recording is this, man?
Is it recording? I don't even know.
I don't know. It wasn't for us.
What is it? It's too much culture, man. It's too much culture. It's too much culture. Everyone that wants to take a seat,
It's either,
or the one that we think
it's either you're going to give up.
is the worst one.
It's giving up. What is the best option to do now?
What's
What's your name,
what
brother?
to do, man?
What's your name? Mohammed. Now, it's what it is, right? You might not have the power to do something, but you might have you might spark the mind that will do something. Yeah. So by you two talking, some brother might see that on the camera or pass by, and they might have influence. You know what I'm saying? But if we don't talk about it, it's going to remain stealth, isn't it? Yeah. That's why it's necessary, really. It is very necessary.
Okay, but
Basically, we got
when you look at it,
you see this gang.
how long has it been spoken about?
Brother, you see your life is priceless. So you see the gang's motto is save one and the job is done. That's our motto. So if I could just help you as one brother, that's amazing. Then I help our next brother. I can't save the world, you know. But I can do my little job. Yeah.
So if everyone's doing what my man's saying, then you're going to see change.
But basically, what happens is this is how I think. Yeah. If everyone says we can change it tomorrow, what happens tomorrow, my brother? Everything changes instantly. Like if we could change it in the next hour, if we all said it in our heads, if we all believed it, and we all worked towards it. But what I'm saying is, but brother, no, let me get the other side. Now, if we all in our heads think it can't change, what happens? It never changes. Do you understand? So I've realised that the main battle that the enemy's got with us is a mental battle. Get them to think that it can't change, and get them to think they can't change it, and they never will. Do you understand?
In Africa, for example,
Yeah.
all this slave trade going on right now.
Yeah.
That's been going on for donkeys.
Come on.
My own family members.
Roll up.
Like, forget the slave trade, bro. People are taking out people's kidneys, man.
Yeah.
And hearts, and my own family's going through that. You get me?
Where's your family from? So
Somalia, yeah. We got to be paying ransom, and by the time it's so mad that it's all these Libyans are all planning it together. Because by the time you've paid off $1,000, $2,000 for your cousin to come out here, he's either got to go this way or that way, yeah. And when he's going back that way towards the coast, trying to get on a boat, these people that just released him are going to let the other people know, yo, my man's coming your way, innit? Yeah, his family paid him out, we let him go, grab him, innit? The next person's going to grab him.
So what's the solution, bro?
Well, the solution is, what can we do? Like, we're all at the same time, we're all trying to cry out, shout out, make awareness in that, yeah? But it's an in-house thing. It's not really a thing that we can expect Europeans to get involved and try and make it think. No, but what I mean by in the sense is, we're not discussing this between ourselves. Not African leaders, not all this African Union. They're not sitting around the table trying to discuss anything.
Yeah, fam.
All that's happening is they're trying to go out to these man and try to, and these mans have to put it on the media because this has been going on 6-7 years way before it starts coming out now, and everyone wants to talk about it for a good 10 minutes or a week or a month, and it's gone. It's off air. It's not about. Do you know what I mean? It's an in-house thing. You can't really shoot the app going to these men because these men are one.
So it comes to the people then, right?
To the people.
Are you part of the people?
Of course I'm part of it.
So then, so we can utilize our own resources and build, right?
On the tip,
That's what
see
you're doing.
everything that you just said. Imagine now that all the people you're talking about get to actually listen to what your opinion is on the situation and change up on them. That's your power.
Oh, I hear that, man. And you're right, but these people, they've got more other
You're in like,
you try to talk Nigeria, you try to talk to Somalian, try to talk to the Ethiopian, they're going to talk.
You talk to the ones who are going to listen, right? For example, if we're the ones who are going to listen and we make the action, yeah? Right now, you buy clothes, right? You buy clothes because there's clothes in the shop, you go there, and your path is being predicted. Someone had to make a choice to put those clothes in the shop. Someone had to make a choice to put the shop there, right? That's how the world works. You put something there and people gravitate towards it, yeah? All these things, if you don't do nothing, nothing will happen.
No, you're right.
Nothing will happen. So being conscious of what's going on, now you're right, yeah? there is going to be a lot of horrible things happen to people in Africa and all over the world, right? But we have to come together and come with actually constructive solutions. And it has to be a step-by-step guide. It has to be a step in a constructive nature. That's has to be. But you have to ask yourself, okay, what are you doing to benefit your people? What are you doing? Have you answered that question inside yourself? Because I can tell you what I'm doing. As you can't say what you're doing, then that's...
I'm not really doing nothing.
There you go. So what I'm saying is, the next question is, what can I do? This is what can I do, innit? And the thing is, you could be a walking example of constructiveness, innit? Right? You can live by an example where when we watch you, we want to benefit. But you can also try to be active and look around and see other people who are doing constructive things and go, brother, how can I join that, innit? How can I add a 10 pence piece to that pound? Do you know what I mean? Yeah? And bit by bit, it's going to be... Like, I started speaking, no one knew who I was. Now people understand what I'm doing, they can jump on board, innit? You can start speaking, then we meet, and I'm like, yo, let me jump into what you're doing. You know what I mean? But I can tell you, bro, feeling sad about it isn't going to change you. I tell you that, yeah? Because is that what we do? We wait for enemies to come and kidnap us, and then we just complain. Like, is that the solution? Just complain. If that was the solution, then we know everyone's going to keep kidnap us. Because you know what? We're going to just complain and say, well, on to me, innit? But if we get organised...
You know what it is? People need to come under one.
Yeah.
You understand? People need to come under one. People have like different ways of thinking. There's some things that do root in certain people, man.
Well, that's why I come with a code of conduct. So everything you say, everything you're saying, I guarantee I have an answer in it. And the answer I give you is a code of conduct, isn't it? Yeah. No matter what country you're from, no matter what religion you're part of, it's a code of conduct to recognise that. Hold on, black people collectively are being mistreated for this reason. So for that reason alone, there has to be like Raspect, solidarity in it. Not unity, solidarity. Because of these issues, we come together to find solutions. Innit? And we're tied by that, we're strengthened by that reality. Yeah?
I'll go this way. You know, earlier when you was talking to him, the thing I wanted to say was, there's this hadith that says that if every single human being in the world was to live in utmost piety and togetherness, yeah, it wouldn't matter to Allah, right? And the same is if everybody lived in the worst state of sin, yeah, everybody, yeah, it wouldn't matter to Allah. Everything that we do only matters to ourselves. This is what we are accountable for. So make it right and make it happen.
You're accountable for yourself, but also
in terms of how you deal with other people. And this is everything. So start from one and
start from one and start to the neighbour.
I would say promote locally and globally, right? For example, you're from Somalia, yeah? The last 2 weeks ago, there was a Somali corner where they were talking about issues that affect Somali people. Were you there?
No, I watched it.
Well, then what you want to be supporting that, you know what I mean? Or at least from that, as in to see, because you said that one issue is at home, there's some challenges. So you can maybe correct that here, you see? So I say locally and globally. I'm from the Afro-Caribbean, so I'm going to fix the Afro-Caribbean community. But I'm also going to fix the global African community here. You know what I mean? By setting examples and moving forward. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to clean your house before you can move out. Right?
So I say I'm repping Sudan, and my country was fucked up.
Every country, every country, man.
Fucked up. And I think my country being fucked up is fucking up a whole lot of other stuff. I say that.
Every country's got some kind of fucked up shit going, racism, in-house things, tribalism, nationalism. It's also so mad,
But like I was saying, in order to make things make sense, you have to have a primary and secondary cause. So when you see people act in a certain way, they need to reform, of course. But you've got to think, what is the primary above them that makes them do that? And that's where the challenge lies, yeah? Because people just wake up and start doing crazy stuff. They have ideas and concepts and powers above them that makes them streamline to one particular thought.
What do you think is the main cause of all of this in Africa?
Okay, so because Africa's quite a massive place, it's probably the biggest country in the world, we have to define it, because the Sudanese issue is different from the Somali issue, but there's similarities that are different, right? And we have to each one. So if you tell me each problem, I can...
What's the main problem that you see?
Okay, so Africa. If I'm being honest, Africa has been destabilized by outer influences. Now, the reason I say this is because it usually causes a lot of confusion and upset, but any idea that comes outside of Africa into Africa tends to cause conflict. So any conflict you see between two groups, let's look at the ideologies, and I guarantee it was not based from an African perspective. You see? So when you have that, like look at the Tutsis and the Hutu, yeah. I think it was the
Rwanda. was in Rwanda.
Rwanda, right? One of the philosophies there was that because one of the groups was closer to European, as in they called themselves Caucasoid and Nubian features, they said that we are superior. Now that is not either that Africans make. That came from a European. Yeah, so they use European techniques to divide. Now, I'm seeing a consistency of our African influence that makes Africans fight. I've seen it. And when you look at it in the diaspora, like the West Indies, the same. You have Dominican Republic, they don't want to identify with Africa, they want to identify with Spain, you see? So these are the things, isn't it? So I'm saying, we're identifying a common collective challenge, so I'm saying we need a code of conduct, yeah? And I push forward that black people should be dedicated to help black people whenever it's constructively possible in all areas of people activity. And there's a track record of how to do that, yeah? And I can sit down all day and tell you, step by step, how to help your community, you know? Now, if you listen and you do it.
And what will you go by? Tell me.
What do you mean?
Like your step by step.
Okay, so
what's it based on? Like with your information, where's it coming from?
So the information comes from when you analyze collective groups and collective identity, and you realize how they progress. They have a group first mentality, meaning let's get our house together in order before we move out, right? Yeah. Black people or African people, they don't think like 2 seconds. Yeah, go do it. I'm here when you need it.
So what this is the business side, black business.
Of course, definitely. Yeah.
And with black business is tough. In the job market, you constantly have to work twice as hard, even if I have the same qualification.
Yeah, that's because you have to depend upon Europeans for subsidies.
On the real. I get calls on the daily, if not weekly. People, like Sudanese people, spread out in like Sudan, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Middle East, working, trying to do their thing. Be like, listen, I'm trying to get to the UK, hook it up. Be like, listen, how's your fight? How's your bite? Or what do you mean? Like, how's your bite? Are you ready to fight? Or what do you mean? I go like, how's your struggle right now? They explain the struggle. I go, all right. You ready? So depending on their level of sufferation that they're feeling, but everybody's feeling a level of sufferation. So the people who are advised to come here are the people who have had the worst of the worst. You know, they're like, they need to get out because they got people on their case.
Now here's the goal, right? Now, I'm not saying you're going to get this goal tomorrow or the week after, right? But the idea is you're from Sudan, yeah? Sudan is its own individual land. Careful, my friend. Yeah, that's what Sudan is its own place, its own resources, it has its own infrastructure, right? Meaning that if Sudanese people were in line, they could make factories or plants or farms, and then there's unique fruits and vegetation that they could import to Jamaica, to England, to wherever, and own it. And there could be a person here like yourself who is here at the docks, and there's people over there at the docks, and you're trading in it, right?
Inshallah, one day.
Yeah. Well, that's what every other people group do, but we don't do it. So there has to be an idea that makes people do that. And I'm pushing for a black Berlin building. Now, if you're a black Berlin builder, that means that you're always trying to put black people first. So that means that when I start a business, I'm going to think, how can I include black people? Yeah. That's why I run networks with just black people trying to be constructive. Huh?
By saying that, that's in a kind of being critical. I think that's what we're suffering from. How about it should be like make it an even playing field?
Well, tell me what you mean by it. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so saying what is that? Why should that's kind of that's the opposite of the worst of it.
So you
we have to kind of go, you know what I mean?
Give me an example of what.
So that's kind of almost like discrimination in a sense.
Now, brother, remember I spoke to you before about what black people are suffering from and we're speaking? This is a very intelligent brother, but can you see what he said?
I don't know
what he's saying is dedication to poverty. Because, no. I'll explain how. You're a black person, right? You're a black Sunnis guy and you're in England, right? Where do you see the black community collectively here at the moment? Where do you see that? Economically, where do you see us?
It's different, you know what I mean? Like
here, right now, I'm talking about right here.
Stick together, some communities don't.
Brother. I want you to know, in England, where do you see the black economic structure? Is it high, middle, or low? Tell me.
Low.
Okay, so remember, I'm going to give you a way of thinking that's going to make you improve. So let's see if I'm right. Now, let's say Chinese. Do you reckon the Chinese high, medium, or low compared to the black? All right, okay. So you're saying black people are here and Chinese people are here. Yeah? So if we all come together and focus on our resources, what's going to happen? It's going to do this, isn't it? It's going to do this, isn't it? Right?
No, not necessarily. If we're smart enough, we can kind of.
No, but there is no we, because what you're talking about is everybody, so there is no we. That's what I'm saying. In order for it to see, if we become individuals, then we can say, let us get ourselves here. You see, but brother, what you're doing is what I call low self-esteem. Let me explain, and tell me if I'm wrong. Black people are the only people who I see that they recognize they're at the very bottom in their country and in our country. And when someone steps forward and goes, let's be dedicated to ourselves, they go, bro, that's kind of bad, you know.
That's it. This guy's talking the truth.
Hold on,
Let me
I'm just trying to. So, brother, this man, they're not saying. And did you see them show just now? Of course. There you go. Now, this brother was going, bro, we're in a tight place, you know, in Africa, they're fighting. I'm like, bro, here's the solution. Now, this is the man who's gone through the worst, and he's telling me that we should. Go ahead.
So, my point is not to give in. So, you know, not to give in to the instinct of just, you know, kind of revenge. You know what I mean? It's like.
Okay, brother, when you talk, let me jump in, because bro, it's not me saying you're a woman and then carrying talking. It's not true, right? You're not a woman, are you? So what you said revenge, right? You got to understand. There is no revenge. What I'm saying is, if we recognize that we're going through a hardship and realize it's a collective thing, us coming together to get out of that problem is not revenge. It's actually called smart.
So, okay, let me give you another question.
Go on.
So if you see someone else who isn't black, but who's also going through
Now, brother, I want you to hear this. As a black man, you must hear this.
going,
We're talking about black betterment, and I want you to see what we're up against.
so you see someone who isn't black,
Right.
they're going through the same hardship that you're going through for whatever reason.
Okay.
And you choose not to help them.
Now, here's what it is, right? I talk about collective betterment. So for me, I'm gonna resurrect institutions that are dedicated to black people, right? That's a collective betterment, isn't it? But if I, as a man, am walking down the street and there's a man on the street goes, give me 10p, I'll go, there you go, innit? Because that's me as an individual.
So the
but
institution-
hold on, I'm not gonna resurrect institutions that take care of homeless Irishmen because they have that.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because what I'm doing is I'm making what you say make more sense.
Yeah,
Because
I
what
get
you're doing,
you. Yeah.
have you heard of Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
That's like a fantasy, innit?
Yeah.
We're talking about fantasy, innit? What if I walked down the street and I saw a one-legged man and he was, that's a fantasy. I'm talking about actual reality where black people actually suffering.
It's a distant concept. It's a very distant concept. What you're talking about now.
It's a distant concept because of, and I mean it's in the
And I'm
most,
being-
I mean it's in the most
refreshing to have
politeful
this.
way. I need to educate. Because of how your mindset is, that's why we can't progress. Because when I talk to you about black betterment building, you talk about including other people. But we just did a diagram where you told me by your mouth your country was in hardship and you here in London is in hardship. But yet, whole family. Let me say, and then you say.
Let me explain
Go ahead.
myself better so you can understand where I'm coming from.
Okay, go ahead.
So I grew up here. I didn't even know I couldn't even speak the language. I
What,
went
English?
there.
English?
Yeah, when I went to that, I couldn't even speak the language.
Okay.
Went there 18 years old, and I lived out there because it was difficult here. Over there, I saw the opportunities, but I also saw what you're talking about is that people kind of oppress each other. You know,
Okay, no, hold on.
So now, when I'm back here, I
Are you seeing me oppressing people in what I'm saying?
no.
So then there's no comparison to this. So if black Sudanese are if black Sudanese are mistreating black Sudanese because one might be this tribe, one might be this religion, then that's the issue. That is not black solely. That's black.
People mistreat black people.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is
Sudanese,
we have to
you know what I mean?
we have to have an idea, that corrects that. And the idea I'm pushing forward is black betterment building, which is an idea, and it's about all black people to make institutions that support black people, black betterment building. That's it. Yeah, you come up with concepts and ideas to help black people win. Once you do that, you will see change. How do I know? Because I do this and I see change.
I hear that. You know, I respect that. It's refreshing to hear. Do you know what I mean?
And I'm saying, what I'm saying isn't like I'm saying everything I'm doing, you're welcome to join, and you qualify by default. You qualify by default. That homeless Irishman, he doesn't qualify. Now we can give him £5 and help him and give him advice, but he doesn't qualify for black people coming together to help black people because he's not black. Yeah, and we have a distinct, unique situation that seems to plague all of our nations. It seems to be very. No matter you go to Sudan, Somalia, wherever it is, it seems to be similar. Yeah, similar and different. What I'm saying is that we come together on that ground and you fix it. Yeah.
So where would you say we start?
Okay, you start by having a philosophy, where you are dedicated to helping black people whenever it's constructively possible in all areas of people activity, locally, then globally.
Such as
Just black people.
Yes.
so
So what about let's say the white guy that lives next door to us that most likely is a
I'm
racist?
good. Bro, you see? Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I hope the camera's on. I hope the camera's on. I need you to tell me. Okay. Thank you.
What's going to happen? Is I'm going to explain it in a way that you understand because I heard it from a Sudanese perspective, as he told the Sudanese person, and hopefully tell it to you. Basically, the mind state of the person coming from the motherland of Africa, being in the West, is in such a way that they can't actually see what the outlet or the right way out of the situation is. Yeah? And the whole problem is in the mindset. Right? So he can offer you a solution, and that solution is actually the best way to go about doing things. But you're not listening to what he's saying. You're ready to argue and say something back as soon as he finishes what he's saying. You know? But if you actually do what he's saying or listen to what he's saying and implement, your understanding is giving you.
But then
what?
let's say most.
Who's most? You're in this situation. He's telling you something.
Most, let's say most movements that are trying to improve us black people's lives or encourage us black young people. It's only based at the black person. But really and truly, if we
need
start
unity the most.
from home, and then we speak to our neighbour, let's just say, who is not black. Who's not black, and we try to explain it to him and try to make him
right now. It's
make
not
him
about explaining
understand
it to
where
him.
we're coming from.
That's
where he
later
may-
on.
and then
later
if he
on,
does get the picture,
later on, inshallah,
or if he does
that
not get
is
the
the way.
picture, as time goes on, he's passed down to his
Because I'm
kids.
pushing forward an idea, right? Let me speak so I can articulate, right? I'm glad you said that because what you're doing is what black people suffer from. It's where you're looking outwards for solutions. Yeah. Now, if I'm saying that we come together and we make institutions and so forth like that, right? Then you don't need to talk about your next door Irish or Japanese man because you know what I mean? Because they're not talking about you. Now, the reason why you're talking about them is because we have so low group self-esteem that we look outside for our victories. Yeah.
Ready to gun each other down.
Yeah.
But then when you
Always looking for
okay, if we don't think about it,
Why do you need to?
because you know we live in this world together, bro.
Okay.
And what
Eventually, I
and the
was gonna
problem
say-
we're getting,
Watch this.
the problem we're
Where
getting
are-
from,
where
the
are
problem
black
we're getting
people
from,
in
the problem
London?
we're getting from Britain
Hold on,
and all of these little other countries
on.
that's got a big influence in Africa, let's just say, we're actually really pulling the string. If we don't change,
Power doesn't work that way. Power doesn't work that way, right? Power works for
most African dictators or most African presidents, prime ministers, whatever, they get put in that position by who?
Okay, what you're doing here, you're dedicated to negativity. As in,
I'm
giving you a step-by-step plan. Now, the step-by-step plan doesn't look like a goal because you have to go to the goal, right? But you have to build. The more powerful you get, the more influence you have. The least power you have, the least influence. We're going to form a situation where you get power. You're not going to get the guy, boy, the dictator, boy, they got some power, you know, oh boy, my next neighbor, I need to tell them about what's going on. It's not going to happen, right? Be a black person who's dedicated to helping black people. If you do that, it all changes at one go.
Where would you start in your real life?
Okay, so
In your life, where would you start?
Why do?
Where would you start?
I'll tell you now, yeah? I learn, and when I learn, I make sure I include black people in my learning, right? I try to teach them to teach their children how to actually have skills and crafts, things that benefit black people collectively, right? I also try to marry a black woman, right? And have a black business. In my black business, I try to train people how to run it. When I die and I make money, right, I second generation my wealth, meaning that my kids will not go through what I went through as in poverty. So they have something, and with the industry they have, they can hire more black people. The creative output that we do, for example, comic books, video games, and so forth, is based upon Somali history, Sudanese history, Tahaka, and all these kind of people, right? Then when the black people read that, they go, I'm so inspired, I'm now going to make a film about it, and I'm going to hire a black director, I'm going to hire a black screenwriter, I'm going to hire a black costume maker, innit? And what happens is you control your industry to the point where you become self-serving. And then what happens is, you know what, I'm hungry. I go to the dock, they drive their black boat and they pick up black tomatoes and they bring it back and we start trading. Everywhere we go, we have that unity. That's what every other people group do very well.
Yes.
But the only people who don't do it is who? Black people.
Thank you.
Whether you're Somalian, Sudanese, Jamaican, we have been systematically trained to look out for our solutions and look within.
Everybody has been trading between each other, whatever colour it is. Because we need, all of us need each other.
Why are we at the bottom of the economical ladder then? Before you're saying
Because of the hardship we've been through.
No.
exactly my point, brother. So
The hardship we've been through. Because of our greed.
No, it's because of our
Because
mindset.
you know the white man didn't just come and just take people just like that easy.
First of all,
the
the solution for you, bro. I'm gonna give you a solution, brother.
good and bad.
Brother, if you never talk about any non-black person, you're gonna improve. I swear to you, I'm telling you, if you come amongst black people and you only talk about solutions and you never talk about a non-black person when you're talking about solutions, you're gonna improve. Because have you noticed that we're talking about building and you seem to always be confused when you mention
I'm
the
trying
non-black person. Have you noticed
to
that?
say,
I'm talking about psychology.
I'm trying to say, listen, I'm trying to get, for me personally, I want to get this mentality where it's just, you have to do it together on our own, just us, like seclude us, like just us black people.
Not secluded.
I'm not trying to say that.
No, hold on.
I'm trying to say is involved, because you know what?
Okay,
We need
let me answer
them a lot as well.
Okay, wait. First
we
of all,
need,
hold
secondly,
on.
if I'm coming up with that, if I'm coming up,
This is the Malcolm X stuff. This is the Malcolm X
come up with some type of ideology or something, yeah? First place I'm going to be implementing it is in my house. Do you understand? In my house, my kids, my family, my mom, my aunt, my uncle, and then I'm going to expand out to the one nearer to me, not to the one further away from me. You know what I'm trying to say?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about.
Do you not hear me say
Whoever's
family?
near me, like my neighbours,
Family.
my
Do you know?
black friends, my-
Mohammed,
I'm telling you.
did you not hear me say locally and globally?
No, I heard you saying, but when
Everything you said,
you just said
what I'm
something.
gathering from you is just strictly us black community. That's it.
Okay, here's what it is, right?
That's what I'm
You know
trying
what,
to get
can I
at.
say something?
Everything I said, you actually said.
I kind of get where you're coming from as well. You know what, I totally agree with what you're saying, that perspective, and I'm sure you do as well. But I think where certain criticisms are, for example, in Somali community, yeah, there's a Somali thing in it. There's like a Somali community, there's a Nigerian community, and everyone's individually doing their own thing in it. Like there's Asian communities, yeah. So everyone's doing things in their own communities. What I think the criticism is when it becomes a black thing. I think that's where you're coming from. Now, there's nothing wrong with people helping each other, i.e. our people, yeah? There's nothing wrong with that. I think what it's trying to say is when it becomes like a race thing, just all black people come together. Because local communities like Somalis do your thing, Nigerians do your thing, right? That's the way Asians and Bangladeshis do their thing, innit? So I think that is where it comes from.
So I don't understand what you mean, but you do.
What I'm saying is that
You
it
get what I'm
seems
saying?
like it's just a black thing, but the problem is that we've been programmed to think negative about that way.
No, I agree.
understand?
I agree. I agree with everything you're saying.
What I'm saying is, if you're part of a Somali community and you're part of a Sudanese community, my goal is to make you trade with each other, teach each other, and still maintain your cultural integrity. That's it. Because you share a same history and a same oppression that you need to deal with.
That I agree with.
So Black Betterment mean all the black collectives come together to work on similar challenges. That's
And
it.
I said to you, I do agree with what you're saying.
So what is it that you disagree with?
No, I didn't disagree.
Then there's no issue.
All I was
Then
saying,
we can be
no,
constructive.
all I was saying was, the critique that people, because you seem to be answering the same question again and again.
He's trying to like.
Do you see?
You mean
I'm only answering the listen. I'm only answering the people who are mentally in that kind of space, because there's so many constructive black people from all up from Somalia, from Sudan, get it. But there's always going to be some, and some people go leave them behind. I'm like, no, we have to open the door for them, and when they want to walk, and let them. This brother, he seems to be on the right path, but he seems to be non-black focused in his progression of stuff. Meaning, every time we talk, it's like, what about the Irishman? What about the Perusian man? I'm like, okay, but you've already identified that you're beneath them, so you don't need to worry about it.
It's this like the idea of Black Panther the movie.
Identify to be beneath them, but for us to change, we have to change as a whole, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this
can't
is
just-
take this. The idea of Black Panther the
We're gonna
movie.
change us alone. Us just okay. Forget the white people. Us black people alone. We can't get along together.
And that's why I push our code of conduct to do that.
We can't. As long as
That's why
as long
Raspect
as
was
we
talking about
all-
solidarity.
as long
He was
as
standing about solidarity, meaning that, you know what, because we share similar downfalls,
Different cultures,
let's come together for progression of means. No, We can't focus on corrupt people. Like I said, you had Marcus Garvey. The first thing they did, they had the CIA have an informant try to put it down, right? So you're always going to find black people who hate black people, right? What I'm saying is, you don't focus on them, you focus on the constructive people, innit? Right? And I'm saying, when you're talking about black vermin, the best thing you can do is talk about black people and no one else. When you start talking about other people, then you dilute the conversation. And it doesn't mean anything. Every time black people have come together of non-black people, we've always ended at the bottom. There's no evidence of anything else happening. That's always the case. So what's the solution? You focus on yourself. Now, do we see other people groups doing this? Yes, we do.
Of course.
Yeah?
Every
Remember,
day, every day.
the best thing for you to do as a person is to think of yourself as inferior thinker. If you think yourself as an inferior thinker, you'll try to be better. And I'm saying this is not a personal thing, but you never focusing on self, that is an inferior way of thinking. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you start thinking about yourself, then you're going to start trying to be a superior person. You're going to try to be the best person you can be. You know what I mean? That's it.
That's what it's like.
Be a superior thinker.
But the thing is, bro, the difference between us, like someone said, we've got a brain, innit? We've got a brain. So if I'm upsetting you, I should know how to not upset you. You understand what I'm saying, brother? So we can move forward in a positive way. We don't have to always be fighting each other, conflicting each other. We got a brain, you know what I'm saying? So we got to use this brain, you know what I'm saying? That's why we have a brain.
Can I say because earlier on I said like it's fucked up. Like as equally as fucked up, it's beautiful. Yeah, because people there on the ground, like through all the oppression, through all the shit that they see, and they know everything down to the T, politically, economically, socially, down to the but between themselves, they're nice. And you have all the different tribes. You have like from the darkest of the dark, yeah, to the whitest of the white, of course, yeah, and they're all there.
Bro, I just come back from Somalia now, from 30 degrees to this.
Subhanallah. There you go. Alhamdulillah.
I'm freezing, like, 'cause I've been used to it for a
And
while.
that's why you need to set up trade in your country so they can export and import so you can be back and forth there to do constructive stuff.
Yeah, nah, you know what? While I was there, so many ideas come to my mind.
It's good.
And that's
And that's what you want to do.
about
That's what
reviving.
you want to tell this brother. You're both Somali. That's what you want to be talking about. Somalis want to come together to work on those things. This brother's Somali, this brother's what you should come together to do that. That's the best thing I can
Yeah, no, I
give
agree.
you.
That's, like I said, I didn't disagree with you. I agree with everything you said. I was saying where, you know, because like I said, I've seen you speak a lot of times, innit? And I see you answering the same question a lot. Yeah? And that's where I was coming from. What is it that people keep saying? So I'm on your side
It's like this, right?
in terms of what you're saying.
The word black scares people. The word black scares people, right? And
That's what I mean.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, black is representing of indigenous African heritage or indigenous African phenotype, right? Let's put it that way. Well, I can't keep saying that long word every time I speak. So we say black. I can say Nayuzi, which is black in Swahili. That might make me feel better. What I'm saying is, that's a distraction. The distraction is when I'm trying to find solution for black people. Then we start to, that hurts me. Don't use that word. It's a waste of time. Black people are very skilled in wasting time. So I'm giving you the technique to not waste time. See? That's why I prefer if I speak, and every time you say something, I stop and go, here's the solution. You see? So you go, what we're going to do, I've given the solution, I've articulated, innit? Black people being dedicated to helping black people in all areas of people activity whenever it's constructively possible, locally and globally. If you do that, you will see improvement overnight. Definitely. This is a fact. This ain't like a fantasy.
No.
This is a fact.
Yeah?
And no matter what activity,
Start home first, innit?
yeah, no matter what activity you do, I'll tell you.
That's what I was trying to.
Yeah, of course.
You start with yourself as an individual,
There you
pick
go.
yourself
There
up,
you go.
then your family, and you branch out.
If you do this, it will change. If you don't do this, it won't change.
Why is it when we're helping ourselves, yeah? When we're helping ourselves, we're always thinking of what other people think about us. Oh, they think we're racist. They think we're black.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You understand what I'm saying?
What they think. So
Why are we worried about? You understand? Why are we worried about what they think? Worry about what we're doing.
Let me show you how you're mentally enslaved when you think this way, right? We're sitting there, we're saying there's so many black people going through these challenges,
Yeah.
right? And in the midst of trying to find a solution, we're talking about someone who's in a better
You
position
get what I'm
than themselves.
saying? We're worried about
That
them.
is what you call subservience, right? I've seen it before.
bro.
I've seen in so many. I've seen it in South Africa where there was a poor white village, and the black people came together and said, you know what? I can understand black people being poor, but oh my God, white people being poor. You know what I'm saying? And that goes on. It's constantly looking outside of yourself for everything.
I can't love you as my
as a superior, they see him as a more superior figure, man.
Well, I'm saying, if I'm talking to you, and you ever mention non-black people,
All over Africa, they see white people as a monster.
okay, so what I'm saying, the solution for you are those people is to be black
They've been
focused.
socialized. Because of colonization, they've been socialized.
I was complaining at Berbera, yeah? When I was going towards Brutta, yeah? So I stopped in a little, one of these little villages on the route, on the road, yeah? So I've come off the plane, yeah? I'm listening to Young Jeezy at this time, yeah? I've gone into the village, I went to get something to eat. Small village, the same size as this, man. Tiny, man, yeah? There was 2 white geezers there, yeah? And I had 2 big soldiers there, yeah? I had to go round them to go to the sink to wash my hands.
They were guarding the white guy.
But then instead of going round them, I thought just go behind them because it's quicker, innit? Yeah. But obviously I'm a British guy. They're white. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm in Somalia. I wasn't expecting to see them. Right. Yeah. And then immediately, cause the 3 Somali soldiers there, I swear, wallahi, they just drove for the Cape. Immediately, cuz. We do. It's like pointing. That's the white man. I have to talk to them to tell them, chill out. Jesus see me as a foreigner myself, in my own country, the white guy's got. And he has to tell these guys, calm down.
That's how it goes.
You know what
This
I'm
is what we go
saying?
through.
I highly doubt they was going to actually shoot. Yeah?
But you know what? Saying that, though,
Don't doubt. Wallahi, don't doubt. This is what
Can I just say, saying that, yeah, you know, like the police here, they're a bit like that. Right? What I mean by that is, if you think about a just police officer, a just police officer shouldn't care about your colour, wherever. They'll just deal with the situation as it is. They'll say, all right, cool, what's going on here? You know, that's it. They don't care about your colour, all that stuff. But someone who's ignorant of all these things, they just go, they think you're a criminal straight away. They're going to bring out the gun. But these are ignorant as well.
But these ones here, they're not just doing it. They're not just doing it.
They're
just
the
to black
security
people. They might be doing it more to the black people.
No, this is it.
They're more most likely doing more to the black people. But they're doing it to the white geezers.
Check this.
In some sense, cuz, a couple of my white mates that I've got, they get drawn guns out on regular. You know, depending on what
On my
area
personal
you're from,
experience,
that's
on my
what I'm
personal
saying.
experience, I got something
there,
because this is exactly on yours.
You know what I'm trying to say? Money talks, especially if you're a foreigner. Yeah?
Look at the prison system.
They come
All
there,
blacks and
they
Asians.
In
come
Sudan,
there,
yeah,
and then you what
the
they
now divide line between the north and the south.
You must have heard about
Call
the
this
story of the
Khatar,
German guy.
right? This is our brain, Khatar, the line of fire. Since independence, this place has just been a war.
Oh, we've done
I
like,
can tell
we've
you
done like
about
60, 70
all different kinds of atrocities that go on to this day. Yeah, this place.
and all sorts.
If
And-
you
and
like, I'm
married
there
young
as a
girls,
Sudanese
and
worker.
then
I'm free to do walkers out field.
He
But
left the
there's a
camera
white
somewhere
dude,
and the camera
security
and
details.
the whole thing got
the convoy.
They-
Them
they-
kind
you
of
find out.
understand. Yeah.
He got nicked back before.
Even taking it closer on the oil and gas field, I went to Nigeria as recently as 2016.
Was this recent?
4 years ago.
And now, because I'm coming with my company detail, I'm a company white guy, we're getting the convoys. Yeah, so like we got military in front of us, military behind us. We got separated from the convoy, fans are shooting, like going through. Yeah, like in terms of
German made a phone call and they want to talk about it.
So you understand that the no self-esteem and the no opinion. And that's why
these guys
want to claim
you
democracy.
got to understand is they're following orders because if they don't follow
The guy, he never crossed the
and that's why I'm saying we need to have an idea. And the idea is black people need to there is, if we don't, then what you're saying will happen, what he said will happen. But there needs to be a time where we're going to change it.
it's about getting well, see, this is now where the ideal
The thing is, at the same time, though,
problems of their extent from here. Because if they follow orders, you now follow
Just
where
for their
the
eyes
orders
to
coming
see
from.
what it is.
Well, I told you before about the primary and secondary cause of most problems. So when you see black people reacting a certain way, you tend to find that that's a secondary cause, and there's a primary above them that's making it happen. So you've identified it. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, dedication to helping black people is the solution. Without that dedication, you're just going to be moaning.
So true,
That's
man.
it. Yeah?
So true.
There's no other evidence to say anything else.
Thing is, brother,
Yeah?
I have to love you as a brother before I can love anybody else. I can't love somebody else and not love you. That makes no sense. You know what I'm trying to say?
we're not
In your
trying to
home,
argue,
you have to love your family first. Then you can love outside. But if you can't love yourself, how the hell am I going to love the white man? That doesn't make no sense.
Come down to what I was trying to say. Start with yourself.
Yeah.
But you know that but nothing I said, nothing I said went against that, right?
You know what? Even as a Muslim, from a Muslim perspective, the Prophet said, invite your family first to the deen.
You first.
He
and then
started
the
with his family and he branched out to his friends and then
Neighbours.
Yeah, it's
the
common
neighbours,
sense, common
right?
sense.
It always starts from within, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's just common sense.
Thank you. It's common sense. You have to love your mom. You have to love your dad before you can love your friends.
I think there's
just
so
common
much
sense.
You have to.
energy.
The one other thing, you know, the other thing is what you love for yourself, you have to love for your brother.
Yes, yes.
exactly.
And that's what a lot of people understand.
Well, and that's what.
And in the black community, that's kind of rife because we can truly, if we look at it, you know, next guy.
Content over everything. Content over everything. From your melanin.
Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to.
What is our solar system?
No, explain what that thing is.
What do you mean?
What is it? What is
carving.
It's a scroll, yeah?
No, it's a carbon.
No, it's a scroll.
Oh yes, it's a cylinder scroll. Yeah.
And how do you read the scroll?
From the
How do you
cylinder
read the scroll, Michael?
You roll it out on clay.
And what is it? So when you roll it out, what does it form? Patterns, so you can read them, innit?
Sorry?
When you roll it out, it forms patterns, innit?
Right.
So you
Like
can read
this.
them, innit?
Look here.
So does that make
This is it. The pattern. Oh, sorry. True man and a bad man. You get me? There you go.
Yeah. So